Hi Pisces, welcome to your September reading. We're going just a little bit into October as well, just because I'm running a little late due to technical issues, and I'm blaming that on good old Mercury retrograde. Whether that's the case or not, that Mercury retrograde is getting the blame. How are we doing? It's your Pisces full super moon. So I know we're still in the energy of it. I had a bit of a break yesterday from reading just because it's been a little bit draining. But I know when the Aquarius full moon was at the beginning of the month, I felt very motivated to put new things into place and things like that. So I wonder how you're feeling as it's your full moon. Hopefully really good. We're going to have a look. We're going to start by pulling an oracle card for your overall general energy, and then we're going to do some tarot. But just before we do that, I'm going to use the tincture bells and just cleanse out any. I've given both a very, very good shuffle because I did Scorpio last and there was a lot of energy that came through. So I've already cleansed the cards, but I'm going to just do it again. So bear with me, hide your ears a little bit if you're sensitive to sound. And again. Okay, we're good. We're good. Let's start with an oracle card for your overall energy. You know what? That one was the one. That's the quickest. The quickest I've pulled an oracle all the way through these readings. It was just, it almost bent in two, like, I'm coming out whether you like it or not. This is the card Choices. And it says, feeling blocked or restrained. And I'm going to read from the book for this card. It's Alice the Wonderland Oracle. I love this oracle deck. In fact, I've used the same two sets of cards for the whole readings. Really tuned into these this time. Okay, so when we are changing in order to find our own personal wonderland, we need to keep the momentum going in whatever area of life the magic of change is arriving. This means leaving the in-between lands of the idea and entering into the choices we must make to move forward. It may seem to you, as it does to Alice, that each choice presents a potential problem, that there is not one clear choice or way to go. Each door is locked, too small, impossible to open or to even fit through. But Alice had not yet found the way. You two are on the road to finding the way to unlock the opportunities that are all around you. It may also be that various tests of courage will reveal the key to the door which will see you enter Wonderland. Right now you have choices. Each of them may seem to have one or more drawbacks or obstacles. You feel that if you do throat chakra, I'll come back to that in a moment, that feeling I just got. You feel that if you do not know how to get through to the other side, perhaps you are not meant to go there at all. But look around you, there are solutions, there are ways through. You can create the next step, but you must be brave and willing to try something very new. And then you must be ready to deal with the uncertainty taking the steps shall bring. If you peek through the keyhole, as Alice does, you will see the doorway leads to the loveliest garden you can imagine. You must find a way through because the delights that lie on the other side are worth this test. The challenge is how to reach this place. You may need to grow smaller, you may need to grow larger, you may need to change yourself in ways that initially seem very strange to you. Okay. As I was reading that, there was lots of different things coming through. My throat got quite choked up at one point. And it was when I was reading about many drawbacks or obstacles. So I feel like the energy I was getting through was some of the drawbacks and obstacles that you might be facing or might have been facing are getting your message across or being understood in a way, or articulating things in a way that can be understood by others. I know for some Pisceans, the way they imagine things, it can be a little hard for other people to understand your perspective at times. I'm sure there's a better way to put it, but you may be feeling a little misunderstood, like you're being very clear, or but it's just not being interpreted correctly, or that you're just struggling to get things out the way you want them to be. Just going to see if anything else comes through here. So that's that feeling blocked. I feel that there could almost be blocked communication as well. And there's a little sadness in this card. It's almost giving me the vibes of what's the point, and losing a little hope because you keep trying different approaches and you feel like you're struggling to get through, which is quite accurate to what the book said. But I think this is in set areas for you. Okay, we're going to leave that energy there, and we're going to pull some tarot and see where the rest of the messages take us, because it might all become a little clearer. So for tarot, I'm using the Bonestone and Earthflesh tarot. I love the messages, so nice and clear, that come through for me with this. Okay. The Four of Swords again. The Four of Swords has made more appearances in these 12 readings than any other card, I think. This is a past energy. I will quickly show you the card and then I'll pull for your present. Very watery vibe going on there. And your present energy. Present energy for Pisces, please. The Justice card has just made an appearance as well. That stood out to me. And you could be feeling that things are a little unjust at the moment, or you're struggling to find justice in a situation. So present energy, please, for Pisces. Present energy for Pisces. The Nine of Swords. Okay, this is the Nine of Swords, present energy. I think you're going through something at the moment. Which is a little bit of a struggle, a little bit taxing mentally. That's 2 Swords cards you have so far. A lot of air, which should be the mind. So, and future energy for Pisces, please. A card for Pisces for future energy. The future energy will be through September and into the first week in October. So we're not going to the distant future. For Pisces, please. Spirit, universe, guides, ancestors. A card for Pisces for September into October. Doesn't want to come out. Let's change it up and shuffle the other way. Ah, there we go. Oh, beautiful. Okay, the Brookser. I was wondering if that Justice card maybe should have been the future card, and that's why it wasn't coming out. We're saying, I've already given you that one. Okay, now we're gonna, there we go, straight away. So this is the energy for, the energy that's available around you. Now, all the way through the readings, right up into Scorpios, it's been a positive energy that is available for you to step into, sort of an opportunity and energy around. But Scorpios was the other way around. It was a tricky energy around them, and their blocking energy was actually a positive thing because it blocked the tricky energy. So I won't say which way this one's going to go. We'll see. But we've got the Five of Swords here. More swords. Your reading is all swords so far. So what's the blocking energy? The blocks and restrictions for Pisces at the moment. What's blocking this Five of Swords? We've got a lot here. Okay, we've got the High Priestess, the Eight of Cups reversed, the Two of Swords and the Death card. There's a lot there. High Priestess, your card, if I believe correctly. A rebirth, choices, struggling to walk away from something. Okay, and guidance card. So a card of guidance. This will come from the universe, your guides, or guide, your higher self. Anywhere that guidance wants to come through, I take it, as long as it's for your highest good. These readings are all about giving you guidance for your highest good. Spied the Moon card there. It didn't want to go back in the deck, so I'm wondering. It makes sense to the reading as well that it would be the Moon card. Internal struggles. There's a little bit of that here in your reading. We'll dig into it a little more in a moment. Okay, so what's on the bottom of the deck? Okay, right then. I will bear the moon in mind because it did show its face to me, as to say. Okay. So we'll start with the Four of Swords. I keep wanting to pick that Choices card up again. I can really feel your pain a little bit with that card, that Choices card. Because there's nothing worse than not feeling understood when you're really trying. So the Four of Four of Swords, music related possibly, in your past position. I think you've had to take some time some reflection time, adjustments coming through. The word adjustment, adjusting. You've had to make some adjustments. So I don't know whether that's because of circumstances around you that have been, or certain people around you that you've made adjustments for, or whether this is linked to you trying different approaches to be heard and understood, or for your ideas to be put into practical sort of actionable things, because I know that did come up when I read from the book that it's time to take the idea and make it into something, but you're struggling to find the way, the door that opens, the key that unlocks the door that you need to go through. It might come to light a little more why that is coming up in the past position as we go through the reading. In your current energy, you have the Nine of Swords. So I feel that you're struggling with some things at the moment. There could be some anxiety, some restlessness, and it feels mind orientated. There's a lot of swords here. There's a lot of mental battles going on, mental confusion, things that could keep you up at night, or feeling a little bit like you're in a repeating cycle. Again, linking in with the Choices cards, it's like trying all the doors and there's always an obstacle in your way, sort of trying to work out your way through this. Yeah. I was just going to say before I put the card down, it's not always, the answers aren't always up here. Sometimes it's reconnecting to ourselves, to our hearts, because our minds can play tricks on us quite well. It's very good at that. I do say it can be our worst enemy and our best friend, our mind. It depends on where we're at the time and how we use it. I'm going to continue on in, because we have the Bruxer. So coming through September into October, you start to work with the energy a little better. And you start to create something from this. And I'm not sure whether you're implementing something. I feel like you start to turn things around. She's holding the Temperance card in her hand, and in this reading specifically, I feel like that's an alchemical thing that's going on there. She's turning one thing into something else. And there's a Justice card on the table. I'm not sure whether you'll be able to see that, but as I was shuffling, I said, I've just seen the Justice card. I'm wondering if you're feeling like things are a little unjust. It was as I was shuffling for the future position, if I remember correctly, and there it is showing up on the table. So I think you're finding a way to create more justice and a feeling of more fairness and balance. And you're somehow being able to take all these thoughts that have been rattling around in your head and turn them into something else. And it could be after you may have released some stuff around the full moon, and then coming into the new cycle, you might be thinking, right, okay, new intentions. Let's see what we can create with what we've got. I'm drawn to these feathers on the table. Actually, I've not been drawn to them before. I think it's going to offer you some freedom. It could literally be you changing the way you think about things. I'd love to have had the Sun card here, or another card to give me more how you were going to go about this, and that you may be changing negative thoughts into more positive thoughts. Or so I don't actually know what you're creating. Maybe I'm not supposed to know, but maybe you will. It feels very alchemical. It's a good card after the Nine of Swords. I'm glad that you're creating something else. It's like you're implementing the things you've learned. Changing your thoughts around, changing one thing to another, using the elements to your advantage. Great stuff. Okay, so let's have a there's a lot here. So let's have a look at your Five of Swords. So this is the Five of Swords card in this deck. And the Five of Swords often speaks of self-sabotage. But I feel something in this. A fight in the good fight. That's what's coming through, fighting the good fight. He's going up against this guy in armour, and he has none. But he's still, even though all these guys in armour are in the background, the soldiers, it's almost like he's willing to go in and fight for what he believes in. even though the odds are stacked against him. And he knows the journey is going to have him a little bit beaten up and a little bit battered and bruised. But he's got that... I can't place the energy. It's almost like he knows he's going to come out triumphant because his intentions are pure. So it doesn't matter what he's going to face along the way. He knows it's the right thing. There's something in there like that. And when I first pulled it, I thought, oh, self-sabotage, yeah, more swords, and the Nine of Swords is there. And I was thinking, maybe this is a negative energy that's around you. But actually, I think it's encouraging you to keep going and keep honest, keep true, keep integral, as another word that's come through. Integral. I'm not even fully sure of the exact meaning of integral. Authentic to yourself. Honest and true, just fighting the good fight. That's what I feel in this. And this is the energy that's available to you. Let's have a look at the blocks and restrictions here. We have the High Priestess, the Eight of Cups in reverse, the Two of Swords, and Death. Now together, this is blocks and restrictions. So I feel like there's something that you're finding it hard to turn your back on, even though your intuition's telling you that it's the right move, and you're trying to make a choice, again, a decision. It's all about choices here, isn't it? You're trying to make a choice, you're looking for the right way to go. But it's almost like you know already that you've got to turn away from something that's not serving you, that's not good for you. But you're searching still, even though you have the answer inside you. You know there's something that's got to be released so that you can find freedom. With this being the block to this, the fight and the good fight, and staying true and authentic to yourself. I hope you guys can place this. There just feels like something that you know deep down, your intuition screaming at you. Something that you need to walk away from or leave behind, or withdraw your energy from. It could be these thoughts that are swirling around your head. It could be that there's a repeating cycle. And once you tune into your intuition and make this move, because I just keep getting drawn to the two of Swords here. She's looking for an answer, but your intuition is right there, giving you the answer. And another message has just come through with the Eight of Cups in reverse. So this is the Eight of Cups upright, and this is it in reverse. You're turning away from your intuition. You're not listening to it. That's the block. So there's two storylines here then. So there could be something that you know deep down that you should move away from or withdraw your energy from, or you're giving to something that's not beneficial to you, and that's stopping you from being your true self and fighting the good fight, whatever that means to you. But you're still feeling like you're searching for an answer, even though it's there. And then you've got the Death card here, which is a transformation card. And I think at the other side of this decision, this choice, there's going to be a huge transformation for you, a huge releasing, a huge freeing of your energy. But you need to turn and face your intuition. And then the other storyline here, very, very similar, but slightly different, that your intuition is calling you, but you're turning away from it. So it might not be a situation or a person or something like that you've got to turn away from. It's that you're actually turning away from your intuition, and you already have the answer to this question that you keep asking yourself over and over again, trying to get an answer. You already know it deep down, and it can bring this transformation, a death to something, to this cycle, this repeating cycle, and a freeing of your energy. Okay. And then for your guidance, so you have a Two of Wands. Your guides know you're seeking answers here. And I think that's why that block's come through, to remind you, you know deep down. This guy's sort of searching his way through the undergrowth, through the trees. And in his hand, he has a lantern with a firefly in it. And I feel like there's an element of fairy tale and mystical and magical to this. There's like a childlike energy as well. I think the guidance is asking you to tap into your childlike energy, the imagination, and don't turn your back on that and get lost in mental confusion. Tap into your inner light, the thing that brings passion to you, and the thing that fires your soul. Don't dull it. It will guide your way. The things that we're passionate about, and that bring us joy and bring a smile to our face. It's just something as simple as, because I picked it up and it brought a smile. It felt nice and quite childlike, and connecting back to your magic, I think. That's the guidance, which would make perfect sense, because going through September into early October, you have the witch, the Bruxa, who is transforming one thing into another, which I still have no more clarity on what that is, but you will know. both of those cards have things in their hands that are lit as well. And speak of magic, both cards speak of the Two of Wands as well. Can be a call to sort of step into the unknown a little bit, or step past where you've been before. Again, going back to the choices card, there's a lot about choices in this. What should we call this reading? The Four of Swords, I never got full clarity on why that was showing up in the past for you. I just feel like there's an element of calm here, reflective calm, and a pause, taking a moment. And maybe that's what it's calling you to do here. Maybe it's reminding you of a time in the past where you've been able to meditate and find clarity, to calm the mind and see things clearer, or just to get a little peace. And then you can start working on transforming that. So maybe that's why that's there. It would make sense. Okay guys, I think that's your reading done. That's all the messages that want to come through. Yeah, I'll leave it there. Have a wonderful September, and I will see you next time. Take care now, bye.